Democratic Republic of Congo held a general election for the first time since the peaceful transfer of power between former President Joseph Kabila and incumbent Felix Tshisekedi in 2019. There are 20 presidential candidates in total, but some analysts have argued that President Tshisekedi and Moise Katumbi, a wealthy businessman and former governor of Katanga province, are the likely frontrunners, judging by their resources and the size of their following at campaign events. The candidate who wins the most votes in the first round will secure the presidency even if his tally is less than 50% of the total poll. So, there will be no second round runoff. According to the electoral calendar, the provisional results are expected on 31st December. The DRC general elections comes just over a year after the country formally joined the East African Community. It is also over a year since rebels in the eastern DRC intensified their operations against government forces. The East African Regional Force would be deployed in eastern DRC towards the end of last year to help restore peace there. However, the DRC government accused the force of working with the rebels instead of fighting them and refused to renew its mandate beyond 8th December this year. The force has since left. DRC also reportedly refused to allow the East African Community to physically observe today's elections, even though this has been the practice of the regional bloc every time a member state is conducting elections. Perhaps the critical question to ask today is whether DRC is gradually losing trust and interest in the East African Community.
There is a sense in which DRC feels betrayed. They had their hopes of joining the community, the East African Community, was that many of the challenges that they are facing could be addressed, or they would find a solution to those. Unfortunately, they seem to believe that in the current setting, they may not be able to realize their expectations.
Some analysts say unrest could occur if the official results fail to match with those of election observers.
Possibly in some parts of the DRC, especially a place like Katanga, where Moise Katumbi possibly will have a lot of support. In places where Fayulu will have a lot of support, possibly they would dispute the results. But even in the east, where these elections are not going to take place, that in itself, because there are questions of legitimacy. So unrest, yes, there's a very big possibility that would be unrest.
Daniel Kibet, NTV, Tonight.